couple of cleansing breaths and just settle in Sukhasana, easy seated pose. And just feel into your sit bones, the earth beneath you. We'll begin with just some gentle breathing here, just inviting your awareness into the space, letting the shoulders relax. And just really noticing the breath as it's flowing here. Notice the temperature of the air in the room. Notice where the breath is flowing in the body. See if you can let the belly just be soft and open. Letting go of any clenching or tension here. And just begin to count how long your inhale is. It's 3 or 4, just counting as you inhale. And then see if you can extend your exhale by maybe 2. So if you're inhaling for a count of 3 or 4, exhaling for 5 or 6, and just following the breath as it flows. This week we are continuing our practice. This is our last week of our practice in honesty and integrity. And we've talked a little bit about your truth as your core values, as something that does not change from moment to moment, but something that you can tap into at any moment. This also really aligns with the practice of satya, which is one of the 5 yamas in the 8 limbs of yoga. And our yamas are the kind of ethical guidelines that we would try to live by in our yoga practice on and off the mat. And satya refers to truthfulness and living in alignment with that deep truth, with your true values within. So being honest in our thoughts, being honest in our words and our speech, and being honest in our actions. So to speak and to live in alignment with our truth, with integrity, and to also find balance in our truthfulness, balance in not harming, being mindful of our words and having a compassionate truth and a compassionate mindset when we live from the space of our values. So as you breathe here and you connect with the inner world, with your inner landscape, really just drawing forward that truth. And we've done this practice by connecting with our roots in Vrksasana when we've taken tree pose in the last couple of weeks. So tapping back down into that inner truth and just kind of bringing it forward. There's something that's just really true today, maybe something that we don't like that is true, that we need to work out on the mat. Maybe something that we're just holding close as a truth right now in this present moment. You can open the eyes here. Our Next posture is going to be a supported fish. So you can use blocks or you can use a bolster or pillow, anything that you'd like here to support you. If you're using blocks, you'll want one block to support the head at the top, and you can put this on any level or height. And then one block on the longest side, the most narrow side for the middle of the shoulder blades. Or you can lay a bolster down and you can lay across the bolster. That's okay too. Just taking a moment to find this pose, settle in. We won't stay here too long. We often do this in yin yoga where we hold the poses longer. But today we're not going to stay here quite as long. So you can bring the legs to kind of a supine butterfly or reclined butterfly position with the soles of the feet together, letting the knees fall open. Or you can bring the legs out long or just have the knees bent, hip distance apart. So whatever variation is most supportive to you here, just taking a few breaths. Coming back to that count of breath where we're extending the exhale. This really helps us to calm our nervous system. One of the things that makes it difficult for us to live from that place of truth is if we're in fight or flight. So if you find your mind wandering today, you find stories arising, taking a few moments to come back to the breath, to connect with that anchoring breath pattern, trying to ease the mind, ease the body. We hold our poses and move through our practice today. We'll just take 3 more breaths here. And if you're using blocks, you can tuck the chin in towards the chest, just slowly coming up and removing those blocks to the side. If you're using a bolster, just moving the bolster to the side and lowering back down to the mat. We'll take a couple of windshield wiper motions with the knees back and forth, feet hip distance apart on this one. So just letting the knees gently fall side to side, nice and slow here. Kind of signaling to our lower back and our hips that we're going to be moving a little bit, getting those warmed up. And we'll draw the right knee in towards the chest, interlacing the fingers either behind the thigh or on the shin. And then we'll extend the left leg out, heel to mat, letting that leg rest, flexing the toes towards the body and just reaching through the sole of the left foot, hugging the right knee in towards the chest, towards the armpit. And just taking a few breaths here. Gentle compression in the belly. This is really good for digestion and detoxing. So if we're thinking about just kind of letting go of our day, letting go of anything that happened before our practice today, anything that we don't want to carry into our practice. If you'd like a little hamstring stretch in the back of the legs, you can interlace the fingers behind the right thigh and extend that leg up like the foot is walking up the ceiling. Gently pulling that leg in towards the body, not too much, just where you begin to kind of feel that sensation. If there's some tightness here, straightening the leg as much as is comfortable for you. Few breaths here. And then we'll just bend into that right knee, keeping that knee hugged in, and then placing the left hand on the outside of the right knee, just drawing it across the body, coming into a supine twist, bringing the right arm out to a T. And if you'd like to look over the right fingertips, you can. You can also just look skywards. We really want to make sure our shoulders are still in contact with the mat. Our heart center forward. Just breathing into the belly here. About 10 breaths. Deep, slow breath. Breath here. Gently rolling back through center. We'll bring both knees bent, feet hip distance apart, and cross the right ankle behind the left knee, finding a reclined pigeon pose. If you'd like to stay here, you can. Right knee draws towards the back of the room, or you can also hug the legs in, grabbing on behind the left thigh. As you pull the legs in, really just feeling into that sensation on the outer right glute, in the hip, just inviting that area to release any tension that we might be holding on to. Our hips hold a lot of tension just from our physical day, so sitting most of the time, maybe driving or sitting at a desk sometimes. And they also hold a lot of emotional tension as well. And release the grip, dropping the left foot back down, unwinding. And we'll hug the left knee in, doing that same sequence on the opposite side. So extending the right leg out, drop the heel down, hug the left knee in towards the body. Taking a few breaths here, really reaching through the right foot and drawing the left knee in. You'd like to extend the left leg up, stretching through the back of the leg, through the hamstring, gently drawing that leg in, not using too much arm strength here, just enough to feel that sensation, straightening the leg as much as feels comfortable. Does intensify the stretch a little bit the more you straighten that leg. And then bending into that knee, placing the right hand on the outside of the left leg, drawing it across the body for that supine twist. Shoulders melt into the mat, heart center skywards, and maybe bringing the gaze over the left fingertips if that feels appropriate to you. Taking 10 breaths here. Slowly coming back through center, knees bend, feet hip distance apart, crossing the left ankle behind the right knee, finding that figure four or reclined pigeon on the opposite side. If you'd like to draw the legs in, you can. Again, not using a lot of arm strength here. Just finding that gentle, maybe a little spicy sensation in the hip and the glute. Just breathing into that space. And release that grip. Bringing both feet back down to the mat. And just taking the feet now to the edges of the mat. Taking those windshield wiper motions just a little wider here. Try to keep the lower back in contact with the mat. Just use this time, gently release. Little motion after those more static postures can feel really nice to the lower back and to the hip. And then we'll come back through center and we'll meet in Balasana, child pose. So coming over onto the hands and knees. You can use a blanket here if you'd like. We'll bring the big toes together and knees out towards the edges of the mat, whatever width feels appropriate to you. Sinking the hips down, walking the hands out, and bringing the heart center towards the mat, forehead towards the mat, or to a bolster or a block. Breathing here, if you'd like to invite in the mantra for this month, just for today, I will do my work honestly. Just for today, I will do my work honestly. I'm just reflecting on that truth, Satya. We'll bring our gaze towards the front of the mat and just shifting our weight forward, coming into pose. We aren't going to stay here too long, but if you feel you need the bolster under you for a little more support, feel free to take it. Elbows under the shoulders, forearms press into the mat. A little more active here than in a yin pose. We're going to push the toes and the pubic bone into the mat. Draw the shoulder blades together. Open up through the heart space. Really kind of rising up, lengthening out the lower back here. Taking a few breaths. Breathing into the heart center. Exhale, lower all the way down. We'll bring the hands under the shoulders, press back. And find tabletop with the knees stacked under the hips, wrists stacked under the shoulders. We'll take a couple of rounds of cat-cows. Inhale, dropping the belly, tailbone rises, gaze comes forward. Exhale, round the spine, tuck the tailbone, gaze towards the navel. Inhale, dropping the belly into cow as the tailbone rises and the gaze rises forward or skyward. Exhale, round into cat. We'll take 3 more rounds here. Just connecting our movement with the breath. As we come back to a neutral spine in tabletop, walk the hands out towards the front of your mat, leaving the hips and knees in alignment, lowering the heart center down, coming into puppy pose or melting heart, even bringing the heart center towards the earth, forehead or chin to the mat. Won't be here too long. Couple of breaths here. We'll walk the hands back, all the way back, sitting on the heels. We'll bring the right hand behind us and then inhale, lifting up. It's not really a baby wild thing, but if you want to lift the hips, you can. We're just stretching through the side body, all the way from the hip, the fingertips, reaching back. Exhale, lower down. Opposite side, left hand comes behind you, right arm sweeps up, maybe lifting the hips, reaching along, opening up the right side body, and lowering down. Next, we'll move into rabbit pose. So it's kind of like child's pose. We're going to grab the heels and bring the crown of our head to the mat and lift the hips up. We're just kind of rounding here, breathing. Inhale, coming all the way up, slowly rolling up one vertebrae at a time. Head comes up last, shoulders roll back. If you have a blanket on the mat, you can leave it there. Just be cautious when we're doing, we'll be transitioning to downward dog and walking on the mat. So just be mindful that you're not tripping over your blanket, or you can move it to the side. So from tabletop, we'll tuck the toes, send the hips back, find a downward dog. Gaze comes towards the navel, tailbone rises and lifts. You can pedal it out here if you'd like, bending one knee and then the other. Knees can have a generous bend in them. And then we'll shift our weight over to the right, lift the left leg up, bend the knee, and send the hip back, opening up the hip. Breathing here. We'll come all the way back, draw that left knee in towards the body, up towards the front of the mat. Stepping the left foot forward between the hands. You can soften the right knee down, finding a low lunge here. You can use blocks if you'd like, framing that left foot. And you want to walk the toes out so that your left knee is over your ankle. Sink the hips down, lengthen through the crown, draw the shoulders down away from the ears. Take about 10 breaths here. So come back to that breath pattern, extending the exhale if you'd like, or whatever breathing pattern feels good to you. We'll tuck the back toes, lift the right knee, straighten the left leg, coming into a wide pyramid pose. The right heel is going to be off the mat. Bring the chest towards the left leg, head towards the knee. 3 breaths here. On that last exhale, slowly lower down back into that lunge. We'll set the blocks aside, placing the hands back down on the mat. We'll walk that left foot back, finding another downward dog, tucking both toes. Lift the hips, shift the weight back, chest towards the thighs, knees bent if needed. Breathing here, 5 breaths. Really grip the mat with your fingers and your palms. Taking a little weight off the wrist. Shift the weight to the left side. Send the right leg up, bend the knee, open the hip. Inhaling, drawing the right knee forward. Step the foot towards the hands. Soften the left knee down. Find that low lunge on the right side. Right foot out if needed. Lengthening through the spine. Shoulders down. And breath here. Tuck the back toes, lifting the left knee, straighten the right leg, finding that wide pyramid pose on this side. Chest comes towards the right thigh. Exhale, soften the left knee down, bend into the right. Place the blocks to the side, hands to the inside of that right foot. We'll walk it all the way back. Finding another downward dog, tucking both toes, lifting the hips, press the shoulders through towards the thighs. Bend the knees as much as you need here. Last downward dog. 3 breaths. Walk the toes in towards the middle of the mat, walking slowly, keeping our spine round. Hands come back towards the feet. You can widen your stance, bringing the feet towards the edges of the mat a little, grabbing the elbows, and just taking the stable ragdoll pose, maybe rocking side to side a little.
Plant the fingertips on the mat. We'll move into Malasana. So if you'd like a block to sit on or two blocks to sit on, you can. Bring the toes pointing out, heels pointed in. Drop the hips down towards the earth. Elbows come to the insides of the thighs. Tailbone sinks down, crown reaches, and elbows push the thighs away. We're opening the heart, breathing here. Last breath here, we'll just come down to the mat. So if you'd like to put your blocks to the side, you can. Just come into half butterfly or head to knee pose. So bringing the right leg out to the side, left foot to the inside of the right leg, lengthening the spine and turning the body to face the right leg. Walk the hands out and let the spine around here, head drifting towards the knee. You can place a block under the left knee if you'd like. And as you breathe here, just allowing the spine to round. Cold folds are also really good for our nervous system. Let the breath settle, and you can just let go of any control of the breath, letting it just flow naturally here. Inhaling, walking the hands back nice and slow. And we'll find that same pose on the opposite side, bringing the left leg out, right foot to the inside of the left thigh, maybe a block under the knee, lengthening through the spine, turning the body towards the left leg. Walk the hands out, bringing your head towards the knee. You can also stay upright in this as well. Whatever feels right here in this moment. Inhale, slowly walk back. We'll move into the meditation portion of today's practice. So, however you would like to be for that, you can be seated or laying down, whatever is your preference. In today's meditation, I have adapted from a Joe Dispenza meditation that I really enjoyed, and I thought that certain parts of it would be really good for this practice this week. So, this meditation is about returning to who you really are, to remember your truth. We'll be connecting with the heart and the mind, helping us to calm and harmonize the nervous system, bringing us out of a state of fight or flight if we've maybe found ourselves there. Maybe we're feeling a little anxious this week or just today. So take a few cleansing breaths here in through the nose, exhaling, sighing out through the mouth. Again, gently inhaling through the nose and exhaling to release. Begin to feel yourself settling into stillness, your awareness dropping down beneath the surface, beneath the roles that we play, any of the stories that we tell. Notice the space around you, not the objects in the room, but the space between you and the support beneath you, between your shoulders, air, the temperature of the air as you inhale and exhale. The space around the hands, the knees, and your feet. As you settle in, see if you can feel the space above and around you. And the more you feel into the space, the less you identify with the body, with time, with the old stories. You begin to let the outside world fall away. You're not your obligations, your calendar, or the thoughts running through in the background. As you rest here, you settle in and arrive in the space where all versions of you exist, where past, present, and future are all right now. In this space, you are your truth. Place your awareness at the center of your chest, where the truth of you lives. The space where wisdom speaks without words, where the energy of your being pulses.
This space trusts without needing control. Your heart. Your heart is the gateway to the intelligence of your soul. Feel it begin to awaken, subtle, warm, alive. Let that sensation in the heart space grow. Let it grow as if you are remembering something, the truth of who you are. From this space, allow a feeling, an embodied feeling of gratitude for what you are becoming. Gratitude for freedom as a lived energy. You are the vibration of freedom. Let it expand. Let your truth be your freedom. Embody your truth. Let it fill the entire body. Breathing into the awakening. Let this truth be your identity. Place your awareness in the space behind your forehead, in the mind's eye, in the gateway to the creative mind. And just allow your awareness to float between the space and the heart, connecting the heart and the mind. One rhythm, each heartbeat, each pulse, truth. Imagine the version of you that is already in alignment with your truth. Let the vision be vivid. See yourself moving, living, and speaking in alignment with your truth. You are loved, and everything vibrates in harmony with this identity, this version of you. Every moment from this point forward is an opportunity to match your actions to this frequency, to walk in awareness, to speak with intention, and respond with presence and truth. Let this energy rest in your heart and radiate outwards with no effort. Let your heart be your compass forward. Begin to deepen the breath, slowly coming back from the space beyond the body, that liminal space between sleep and awake. Feel the earth beneath you. Your awareness shifting to the space that you are in, making gentle movements with the fingers and toes as you slowly come back. We'll close our practice with a sentiment of gratitude today, bringing the hands to the heart space in some way, just taking a moment here to thank yourself for coming into this space, creating this space for yourself today to connect with your truth is unique to you. Spend time being present with the breath, with the mind and the body. Thank you so much for joining me for this practice. I truly wish that the benefit of our movement and our stillness today is with you throughout the rest of your evening, your week, and beyond. May you walk in loving kindness. May you share the unique gift that is you. And may you remember you are loved. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.